Buckle up because the NBA offseason is already heating up with massive drama and shifting landscapes. First off, all eyes are locked on Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is fueling major trade rumors after a cryptic appearance on a podcast. While the Milwaukee Bucks star is officially staying put for now, he just hinted that Miami might be a dream destination, which has the entire league buzzing about his future.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Next up, the front office shakeup in Milwaukee is getting real. After a tough season, the Bucks are officially moving on from Doc Rivers, and everyone is wondering what happens to general manager Jon Horst. While his future has been up in the air, reports suggest Horst is already aggressively leading the search for a new head coach, with names like Taylor Jenkins and Darvin Ham right at the top of the list. Meanwhile, Los Angeles Lakers fans need to pump the brakes on any dreams of a Giannis Antetokounmpo arrival. The Greek freak just went on the record to state he thinks Los Angeles is superficial, and he flat out does not like the city. This clear stance essentially shuts the door on any potential move to the Lakers and keeps the focus firmly on other top contenders like the New York Knicks. Finally, the Chicago Bulls are heading for a total reboot, and the rumors are flying about who they might target next. From Donovan Mitchell to the high-risk, high-reward acquisition of Ja Morant or even the injury-plagued Kawhi Leonard, the Bulls have options to pivot toward a bold new era. If you want to stay ahead of all the breaking trade news and coaching updates, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a beat. Is the Greek freak about to trade his jersey for a trip to South Beach? You might want to sit down for this one, because Giannis Antetokounmpo just threw the ultimate curveball in the middle of a miserable Milwaukee season. After the Bucks limped to a 30-250 record, missing the playoffs entirely, the NBA rumor mill went into overdrive, and honestly, who can blame them? But things took a turn from baseless speculation to is this actually happening when Giannis sat down on the Goga's Garage podcast. When former teammate Goran Dragic suggested that a 31-year-old superstar needs a warmer climate for those aging knees, Giannis didn't shut him down. Instead, he flashed a smile and called Miami a beautiful city twice. Was it just friendly banter, or was he planting the seeds for a blockbuster move? It's a fascinating question, especially since Giannis has been vocal about his frustration with the media circus. He's gone on record saying he regrets not being more aggressive in shutting down trade rumors early on, claiming he told reporters repeatedly that he was locked in while they were already busy packing his bags for New York or Miami. Even head coach Doc Rivers is fed up, taking shots at insiders for what he calls inaccurate reporting. But here is the reality. When you are a top-tier talent on a team that just missed the postseason, the noise is never going to stop. Giannis is officially the most watched man in the NBA this offseason, and every word he says is going to be dissected under a microscope. So, do you think he's staying in Milwaukee for the long haul, or is this the beginning of a messy breakup? Let me know your take in the comments below. After all, in the modern NBA, where there is this much smoke, there is usually a massive fire waiting to ignite. What exactly is happening in Milwaukee? If you thought the Bucks' 2025-26 season was a disaster, you aren't alone. A 30-250 record, constant injury woes, and non-stop trade rumors surrounding the Greek freak himself, it was a total nightmare. Now, Doc Rivers has officially stepped down, hinting on his podcast that his coaching career might be in the rearview mirror. But the real question is, who's next ahead for the exit? Specifically, is GM Jon Horst on the chopping block? Well, according to insider Jake Fisher, the organization seems surprisingly committed to keeping him around. Horst is under contract through 2028 and has already started reaching out to agents to kick off the search for a new head coach. It's an interesting move, especially considering Horst hasn't really led a proper coaching search since the Budenholzer days back in 2018. Remember, Adrian Griffin was basically Giannis's pick, and Rivers was ownership's choice, so this upcoming hire feels like a massive test for Horst's actual influence. Fisher reports that names like Taylor Jenkins and Darvin Ham are floating around, but the front office is casting a much wider net. The elephant in the room? No coach in their right mind can plan a scheme when the roster is in total flux. Until the Giannis situation is finally settled, this team is basically in limbo. What do you think? Can Horse turn this around, or is it time for a full-scale rebuild? Drop a comment below and let me know your take. Until next time, stay tuned and keep your eyes on the court. Stop the presses and put those trade machine rumors to bed. The dream of seeing Giannis Antetokounmpo in a Lakers jersey is officially dead, and honestly, the Greek freak himself just hammered the final nail into the coffin. Look, I know Lakers fans love to manifest superstars in purple and gold, especially with the team hitting a rough patch after those brutal injuries to Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. With the playoffs looking like an uphill battle, the rumor mill started churning again, linking the Bucks icon to LA's off-season shopping list. But here is the reality check. Giannis didn't just reject the idea, he practically put LA on his blacklist. During a candid appearance on Goran Dragic's new podcast, Giannis was asked to pick between Miami and Los Angeles for a vacation spot, and his response was brutally honest. He called LA superficial and flat out admitted he doesn't like the city. Think about that for a second. If you are a superstar with the leverage to dictate your own destination, you aren't choosing a place you actively dislike. It is a massive blow to the front office's potential plans, but it brings some much-needed clarity to the trade landscape. The Knicks, on the other hand, are sitting pretty as favorites because Giannis has actually shown love for New York in the past. So, for all the fans praying for a Doncic-Giannis super team in Hollywood, it is time to move on. It is not happening this summer, and honestly, it's probably never going to happen. Does this change how you view the Lakers' off-season strategy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more real talk on the NBA. At the end of the day, sometimes the biggest moves in the league are the ones that were never meant to be. Could the Chicago Bulls be on the verge of a blockbuster move that changes the entire landscape of the Eastern Conference? For a franchise hitting the reset button, the rumor mill is spinning faster than ever. Just yesterday, whispers surfaced that the Bulls previously chased Miami's Tyler Herro. While that specific deal feels like ancient history now that the front office has been overhauled, it reveals a massive truth. This team is itching for a big-game splash. And with the trade market heating up, the Bulls have the assets to make a massive gamble. Let's start with the biggest name on the board, Donovan Mitchell. If the Cavs can't lock him into an extension, he's as good as gone. At 29, coming off his 7th straight All-Star campaign, Mitchell is the kind of cornerstone you build an entire culture around. Is it risky? Sure, but imagine the floor he provides. He doesn't just raise your ceiling, he turns a fringe team into a legitimate contender overnight. Then there's the Greek freak himself, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Talk about an intoxicating thought. Imagine the energy in the United Center if the Bulls landed a generational talent like that. It would be the boldest move in franchise history. But here's the reality check. What do you actually have left to put around him? If you trade away the future to land him, you better be certain he's the missing piece. But let's get a little controversial. What about Kawhi Leonard or even Ja Morant? Kawhi is coming off a monster season, but at 35 with a terrifying injury history, chasing him feels like repeating the exact mistakes that have haunted this organization for years. And then there's Morant, a high-reward, high-risk project that screams rebuild. It only makes sense if you're hoarding draft capital to take on his contract, but that's a dangerous game of what if to play. The bottom line is simple. A new front office means a new philosophy, and big game hunting is officially back on the table. Are the Bulls ready to swing for the fences, or will they play it safe and continue the rebuild? We want to hear from you. Which of these stars would you sell the farm to acquire? Sound off in the comments below, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button and sign up for our newsletter to stay ahead of the curve. Because in the NBA, the next big headline is always just one phone call away.